Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give it a spin.
It's Madden NFLs, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters. I both know one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. And they'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On third down, this is Jackson. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
On first down, Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
But, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to the feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave
trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Bills are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Option play. Here's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs or putting together a team, a lot.
The kick by Bass is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10 3-yard score after 1 here. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now it's Tannehill. Caught on the slant. Touchdown! Jameson Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like...
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Right up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Tannehill. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
They run on first down with Jackson, and he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go.
And in for the Lions. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Allen going to give the Singletary on the option.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. of this first half of action. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Now Cook, he's got, and the ball is knocked out. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play.
So that will overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Allen's throw is complete, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Allen going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the to right at the 40-yard line. Now we're a first down pickup of 8.
And there we
probably saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Cook. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. From the gun, it's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the interception, here's Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around, and they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield, but this time they send him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Holding, offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays or passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
following the penalty. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Tannehill. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield and coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back now at Ford Field. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
2nd down at 4.
Allen. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
One thing I do know these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. And complete right side to Cook.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. Right at the 48. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them.
now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They try the left side here with Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Toss play to Jackson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go on 4th down. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. On 1st down, Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. This one caught by Crowder. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Allen now looks to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Allen now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. To the air, Allen. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Allen to throw once more. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Allen. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the